Good morning, my one friend. If you want to become full, become empty. Sounds contradictory, but if you want to become full, become empty. It's an old traditional way of understanding meditation. It's the process of self-emptying in order to be filled with the presence of the divine. So if you want to be filled with the presence of the divine, we have to get out of the way. It's the one thing that stands in the way of our connection to the holy is ourselves. So to become full, become empty. The meditation does just that thing, and it has successfully for a long time. Hello, Russell. Good to see you here this morning. And Sylvia Asa. Hi. Sorry about my mispronunciation. I'm not very good at that. So anyway, this morning, I want to talk a little bit about the first chakra because someone asked me, what about the first chakra? You're always to the second and to the uh, seventh. Pardon me, to the third eye. So the question is, why not the first chakra? Well, of course you can go into the first chakra. It's just this circuit from your third eye to your second is an easy way to practice your meditation. Now, if you want to, of course, you can always drive yourself down into your first. The idea here is over the long term is to be able to focus on each individual chakra and to link each one of them together So today we're gonna do something a little different. So we're gonna start at the throat today, and then we're gonna run from the throat down on the inside to the first chakra, and we're gonna go back up. And notice how I'm not pointing down the center line here. I'm pointing to the side line. So you move your mind into your second chakra and down to your first chakra, and then which is basically at the very bottom of your body between your legs. And so back up this way. So there's a channel here on your interior that with practice over the long term you can find. And so today I'm going to ask you to start at your second chakra, pardon me, your throat chakra, and drive yourself down to your first chakra and then back up again and just repeat. And don't use your imagination. Just look at them. Just look at where you think they are. And don't grasp at them. Just look at them. Ideally, what's going to happen in the long run is you're going to be able to stop at each one and perceive the presence of each one and then move from one to the next, perceive that presence, move from that one to the next one, move from that one to the next one, and move from that one to the next one, and then move from that one to the crown. And then, of course, there's the above. There are two more chakras up there that are outside your body. We have lots of areas to cover over the long term on how to drive your spirituality through a little bit of effort by finding your subtle body within yourself. And so today that's what we're going to do. If you don't mind joining me with that, we're going to start here and we're going to go to the first one and run this line down here. So I'm going to say good morning to Wendy and Kristen and Vinay. Good morning. What is meditation? Meditation is the focus of mind and breath. That's it. You use your mind with your breath to stop your thinking. And what happens when you stop your thinking? You enter into the place of no thought and touch into non-being. Those sound kind of esoteric, but basically meditation is the focus of your mind with your breath. And you can do it in lots of different ways. You can do it with your physical body without a chant or a sutra or a prayer. You can use your body as a replacement for those things. But in meditation, we often use our prayer or our mantra or a sutra in order to control our thoughts. You use your thoughts to control your thoughts. You use your thoughts to stop the story you tell yourself. The thing we were practicing last week with the orbit form of meditation, where instead of Well, I'm not going to go down that route today. We're going to just stick with what I just said. We're going to start here and go down there. And I hope that helps a little bit, Vinay. Over the long time, I'll be talking bit by bit more about meditation. But really, what happens in terms of your spirituality is that you can direct your heart toward the divine, toward God. You can aim your heart, aim your soul, aim your one eye, your single eye toward the holy. And when you do that, you gain a lot more. You get a lot of more gifts of God. But if you're pursuing the gifts of God, you're making a mistake. If you're pursuing God, then you get the gifts. Okay, pursue the oneness of being, and all these things will be added to you. Anyway, good morning from Utah, Sean. So it's 6 after. Remember, we're going to start here, and we're going to drive down this channel here that's outside your kind of to the opposite of your heart. There's another channel that runs up from across your heart this way, but we're not going to use that one today. All right, EO. I'll see you in 20 minutes or so. If you're all set, if you have any questions, please ask. Can you learn more from previous sessions on Peter's YouTube channel, says Wendy? Yes, that is totally true. Thanks, Wendy. All right, my friends. See you in 20. Remember, I'll start you out. So, with your mind, breathe into your second chakra. Focus your mind there. Exhale. Breathe in again to your second chakra. Pause. Exhale. Now, breathe all the way down from your second chakra to your first and pause there. Release, run the same track back up to your second. Pause and release. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning. Hey, random person in the crowd. When your nose gets itchy or your foot gets itchy in your meditation, move your mind to look right at the itch. Stare with your mind right at it. Instead of letting it be a distraction, let it become the focus. Or simply scratch it and go back to your prayer. Either way, both techniques work. Hey, Das, good morning. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. The more you learn about how to practice it. So, how did it go for people this morning, moving from your first chakra to your throat chakra? Did that work for people? Seemed to release a load of emotion, says Russell. Cool. Okay, Monkey Mind Monday. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, some days are just like that, Rob. So don't worry about it. Practice, practice. Every time your mind wanders, go back to your mantra, go back to your prayer. It's okay. Practice, practice. Kristen, I had to sit up straight or the channel didn't work. Oh, yeah. Sitting up straight. Definitely got to sit up straight. Keep that whole space open. Okay, no slumping. You can tip your head down if you want to. Some people do. Sometimes I do. Some people tip their head up. I rarely do that, but that works too. Mostly I keep my head straight and my spine erect, which is why I sit in a straight back chair. Keeps my body in alignment, like left and right are balanced. It doesn't take a lot of muscular structure, tension to keep my spine erect. But yeah, straight spine. It helps. Sheila kept coming back to breath and occasionally glints of opening. There you go. Keep at it. I've said this a whole bunch of times. The reason why people practice meditation and use their chakras is because it works. If it doesn't work, nobody'd do it. They'd quit eventually, and it would fall out of favor, and people would forget that it ever existed. Wendy, very stimulating. Why sideways root? Because there's more roots inside of you than single roots. There's more places for chakras. So there's your main chakras, but you can connect just these two. And in connecting just these two, you kind of open those two up. And then you don't have to kind of focus on any of the other ones going down. And there's another root that runs from your second chakra up to your third eye. And you run that root on through your heart on this side. There's the back end of the chakras. There's the front side of the chakras. There's also the eye in the middle of your hand that you can focus on, and inside of your feet, and in your knees, and in your elbows, and lots of other places too, even outside your body. And maybe we'll get to all of those in time and how to reach through them. I had to often remind myself this time is for the divine. Yeah, well, that's the whole practice. It's always reminding ourselves of the presence of God. It becomes a sacred time then. The more we practice it, the more we remember that it's a sacred time and that the presence becomes present to us. Practicing the presence of God makes God present. Yes, Wendy, Peter was showing a lateral to right, not bilateral, right? A lateral to the right. There is a one on the left too, and you can look these up. Go to Google and Google it. You'll see it. All right, my friends, if you like this video, like it, thank you, and subscribing always helps. I appreciate that. Thanks for your being here this morning and bringing your presence of the divine, because where two or more are gathered, I am there. That's the purpose. A purpose in group meditation is to multiply our presence together and strengthen ourselves as a group. It helps the practice. So everyone, I'll be around. You can always put a comment down later and I'll come back to it and take a look and see and reply. So thanks again for coming this morning. It is 8:32 and everybody's off to work today. Hey, Karen, many thanks. Lovely way to begin the week. Yep. Thanks. Thanks for showing up and participating. All right, my friends, peace and love to you all. Namaste. Peace.